Welcome back, everybody. In the last episode, we finished all of the contracts and tasks in Northport. In this episode, we're going to venture into Mountain River and start scouting it. Let's get started. We're taking the Hummer. It's a good little scout truck, I think, for this. We'll test it out and see what its capabilities are. I did leave the stock gearbox in. So far, I'm feeling it compared to the off-road. Definitely got more range, and I honestly still believe that it does a little bit better in the mud and snow. In auto, anyway. Even in low. It's a little higher geared. We'll take the highway up to the gateway. I don't see any reason in doing more off-roading than we need to. Should be a pretty basic trip, right? I do still have the JAT mud tires, MS3 I believe is what they were, MHS3 or MS3, one or the other. They do have the highest mud rating. I think it's a 2.4 in mud, and I believe it was 2.1 or maybe 1.9. I think it was 1.9 in the off-road rating, somewhere around there, 1.9, 2.1, in that range. Not the best. The base game mud tires have a 3.0 off-road rating, which is pretty dang good, but the mud rating is, I believe, 1.8, so quite a bit lower than these. All right, we're nearing our corner. We can't go to the right. That gateway is closed, and that will take you to White Valley once we do open it, but we will go this way by the gas station. There's the Fleet Star. We left it there on the last episode. It's waiting for our first contract. We'll run up ahead, get the map uncovered for them, then we'll call them up and have them bring that load in for the mountain delivery. The final engine upgrade for this vehicle is in White Valley, which will be the last map that we scout. There's also a garage in White Valley, and there will not be a garage in Mountain River or Pedro Bay, but we'll do good with just one extra garage. It's kind of the far opposite end of everything we're doing, so works out in that sense. All right, let's go through the gate. Mountain River. Here we are. It's a pretty cool little map. It's small. It will not take us long at all to complete this. First thing that we'll do is hang a lefty here. There's a task right over here that we need to activate, and it's pretty basic. We won't do it right now, but all that needs to be done is this truck over here. It's the Paystar 5070 with the service body add-on. That truck needs to be pulled over to the service site. So we'll get that active, and then we're just gonna cut right in through the trees here. There's a nice little clearing here to drive through, and we'll follow these trees on the ground. Consider them like a pathway. Right? And now we're right back to where we were when we started. There's the gateway right up there on the right. Let's get this bridge task activated, and then I'm going to open up the map here so I can show you all where we're at and what we're going to do. So we'll start by going down this hill here and across the lake, and first place we're going to is this watchtower. To get there, we'll head back up the other side and then make our way around here. It's not gonna be that far around. I think it's about right here over to that watchtower. So that's our path, something like that. So let's just back up, and then we can take the first right here down the hill. We're going off-roading. No wide vehicles, do not follow sat nav. The signs in this region are pretty awesome. Now, instead of following the road to the left, I usually just cut down right here and then stay on the left, because that ice on the right there is actually a ridge. It will catch you. You won't be able to go up it. And then we'll just immediately turn right and go back up the hill on the other side. The thing I like about this game is there's a lot of different ways that you can do everything. And they have alternate routes that have different challenges. So I'm not showing you the one and only way to do this. I'm just showing you the way that I usually do it. I have tried a lot of different ways, and this is just what I'm settling on. Just up ahead is the watchtower on the left. We just got to go a little bit further. The snow does start getting a little deep in this region, but it's not anything to be concerned about. It's just going to slow us down a little bit. And here's the watchtower. We'll make a loop around it and get this activated. We can get a good look at the region here. It's not too shabby. That's the way we just came. We'll continue around it. And there's a task down the hill to the right. We can go activate. Do not drive off the cliff here to the right because you'll crash and burn. Just go around this tree and then hit your e-brake on once you start going downhill and keep your throttle pegged as long as you have your all-wheel drive on. That'll pull the front forwards and it kind of drags the back end so you don't lose control. You can turn your e-brake on and off as you're going. All right, we're down to the safe zone. I'll turn it off now. There's a contest up ahead that we can activate. So I'll drive across right here. It's kind of muddy and all we have to do is drive over it. We don't have to push anything. If you push anything, you're going to start the contest, which is not what we want. And here's the task, bricks in the river. That task can actually be, it spawns 3 bricks down the hill in the river and you got to run down there and pick them up. I don't need to steal fuel from that just yet. I'm almost full. We've got a warehouse here. You're supposed to bring those bricks up to the warehouse, but if you see here, there's actually bricks in the warehouse. So if you don't feel like doing it, all you got to do is load the bricks up in your truck and then turn them back in the same spot. I don't know why they left that bug in the game. I don't even think it's a bug. I think it's just the devs being funny. They're like that. All right, so we're heading, let me open the map here. We're heading down the hill. As you can see, we've opened up quite a bit with that watchtower. This is where we're at right here. I'll mark out a path of where we're going. We're gonna go this way over here, and this upgrade is for it's the 2700. It's the biggest engine that we can use in the Royal. So we're gonna get that right away. Kind of deep here. All right, we're moving again. Oh, that was a pretty big bang. So at the Y in the road here, we'll just take the right turn and follow the path, and then we'll get to another Y in the road. And if you went up the hill here to the right, that would take you right back up to the watchtower up there. You can see it. That's where we were just at. We could have just come down the hill, but I chose to go down the other way so we could get that task activated. Now you'll see the upgrade is up here to the right. All you got to do is drive right up between the trees. It's not difficult. There we go. Okay, let's get the upgrade. So the GB8V2700T, and it's for a lot of trucks. But the only one we care about is the Royal because that's the only one I've got. And then we'll back out and we'll go back the same way we came. So we're gonna head back down the hill again, back to the road. We're gonna go get this upgrade. This is what I consider to be the most beneficial and my favorite upgrade of the entire game. Right there. That is usually one of the first places I go when I start a new game is I run there, get that upgrade. Just skip everything. Right to Alaska, grab that thing. We're getting close now, coming up on this pipeline. Once you get by the pipeline, all you've got to do is turn down into the lake, cross it, or not a lake, the river, cross the river, drive under the pipe, and there it is. The high range gearbox. It is available in our fleet. It's available for 7 of our trucks. So the high range gearbox is definitely my favorite. And it's not just necessarily about the speed. The speed is nice, but it gives you a high gear that is, I don't know, I think it's geared just perfectly for this game. It's a lot more efficient than the off-road gearbox. It doesn't have a low plus or a low minus, but I honestly don't use them that often. Low plus and low minus, I don't really ever use low minus. Low plus doesn't seem to help that much in like mud because it goes too fast and your tires just spin. So it's always, it usually ends up being just low anyway. The only time I really ever do use low plus is if I'm not in mud and I'm just driving and I need to go a little faster in low. Okay, so now that we're down here, we'll zoom back out. You can see the region here. It's almost all uncovered already. But we're gonna head down this way and turn here and start making our way up the mountain. And when you get here, we'll turn off to this little path and end up at the watchtower there. So that's where we're heading now. Just cruise down this highway. Nothing too difficult. This highway goes all the way up to the gateway at the top. The gateway that goes to White Valley. More water over the road signs. And now we're cruising past the sawmill, or lumber mill, sawmill, whichever they call it here. It seems like it's called something different everywhere you go. It's either the lumber mill or the sawmill. And then once we go around the corner and past the sawmill, be another pipeline, and we'll turn left. Now, if you turned right there, that's going to take you right over to where we were at when we got the 2700 engine for the Royal. So you can see this map is not huge, and there's alternative ways to go to pretty much every location. There's no real wrong way to do it. And if you get lost, just drive in one direction. You'll either find the water or a road or a cliff. You got a winding pass here, nothing too serious. The Hummer is doing pretty damn good, I gotta say. Let's keep making our way up the top, and we'll take a left here at the sign that says lumber mill. That's what it is, not sawmill. It's a lumber mill. More signs, everywhere there's signs. And now you can see the watchtower just up ahead. Trying to pull into the box. There we go. And this is the view from the other side. That's the lumber mill. Beautiful. All right, let's get turned around. And from here, we're gonna jump straight across and go activate that working stiff task. Right over the other side of this house. Some people living up here, I guess. A little bit of an iced up pond. We just drive over it. And there it is. To the left, we'll find a pretty massive truck that we get to keep after we complete the task. This is the big cat. So we'll get that active. It's the Cat 745C. It's a pretty decent truck, gotta admit. Not too bad. Doesn't have a whole lot of uses, I guess, but you can use it for a big fuel tanker. It will haul cargo containers and medium logs. Now from there, we just left the working stiff task there up to the left. We're just going to drive straight over here and grab this upgrade directly ahead of us. So when you get to the T in the road up here, or Y, however you want to look at it, just drive straight across through the two big trees. This upgrade is for the Chevy Kodiak. This is going to be the all-wheel drive upgrade for that truck. Looking forward to using that now that we have that. And then we can back out, just backing out of here. And we're going to leave here by taking this path back to the main road. So we'll turn this direction and continue following down the path here. It's not anything too exciting. It's just some twists and turns. All right, now we're back to the road. So from here, we're gonna run down the road back to, it says sawmill on the map, it says lumber mill on the sign. Whichever. We're gonna run down there. We're gonna come this way. And then right here is an upgrade. We'll run down there and get that. Just be careful going down this hill because it's all ice. You can get going pretty fast, unintentionally. It's not too bad with the Scout, but if you come down this hill with one of the bigger trucks and you don't have chain tires, it can get pretty ugly real quick. Now we're back to the sawmill. I'm just gonna call it sawmill. And we'll round the corner again. This is the way we came. Just backtracking. Oh man, that was not fun. Where we were up at the top there, where we got the Chevy Kodiak upgrade, is the gateway that goes to White Valley. I'll hold off on going into that map for now. If you go that direction, you'll find a service trailer if you need repairs at this point. You won't be able to use it with the Scout, but if you have a truck and you need repaired, you can run in there. There's a service trailer just chilling there. And now, right after we cross this river's nothing to get scared of or anything. It's pretty relaxed. It's just kind of muddy, but low gear and diff lock, I got through just without any issue. And then I'm going to leave the path and head down by the shoreline. And that upgrade I was referring to is right up ahead. This one is a hidden upgrade. You won't find this from the watchtowers. And the roads won't actually, driving on the roads won't actually reveal it either. So you got to know where it is, or use a radar trailer to find it. But this is the raised suspension for the International Lodestar. which is an excellent scout, and I do recommend to anybody that has never driven it or tried it out, you really should, because it's pretty awesome scout. But if you remember what I was saying in the first episode, it absolutely sucks without the raised suspension. It's horrible. But now that we have it, it'd be a good one to try. Okay, from here, we're going to come back to the road, and then there's a path that runs this direction, and we'll take that up here and follow it right up into the black spot here and go to that watchtower. Pretty straightforward. The snow's kind of deep in a few spots. One of them is where we're at right now. Going through the trees here, it's going to get a little deep, but we'll be fine. The road is just up ahead. So I'll put it in low and use my diff lock to get through here. All right, we're back to the road now. Take a right on this old path, and then this snow here is pretty nasty. So I'm just gonna put it in first person view so I can get my winch shot way out ahead of me and just kind of spider winch my way through here. Your winch will attach to whatever you are looking at, basically. I mean, it does a decent job. If it's shooting right in front of you, you just got to change your angle of view where you're looking and just keep on throwing it further out as you go. We're through all of that. Now I can go back to auto, and right here we'll take another right-hand turn, get on that back path that goes up to that watchtower. It's a little bit twisting and turning going up this hill too. And here it is. This just makes a loop around the watchtower, so it doesn't matter which direction you go up. And now we get to look at the map from the other side. Such a beautiful sight. We got another upgrade discovered, which is pretty close to us. Let's map this out. So we're coming down. We're gonna go across over here. We'll activate environmental issue and get that upgrade. Pretty close to where we're at. Just cruising down the road in my Hummer H2. This thing is actually doing real nice. Taking a Y at the road here, or taking a turn at the Y, is what I meant to say. And then to the left, you'll see a curtain side trailer, and we've got the task active. And if you go around the back side of this house, which I'm sure they just love that we're driving in their backyard, here you'll find the Westline 2350T. This is the top engine for the Fleet Star and the White Western Star. Only those two trucks, and we're gonna put it in both of them. All right, from here, there are no more watchtowers on the map. Like I said, it's a small map, so we'll just cruise out of here. We're gonna go back up the road, and we'll meet at the gas station. Just park there for now. There aren't really even any scout tasks that we can do here. There isn't anything that's like a discovery task or, you know, rescue a Chevy or anything like that. It's pretty much just you came, you saw, you left. Kind of one of those don't blink while you're passing through or you might miss it type places. Everything here, there are a couple of tasks, but pretty much everything here is going to be contract based, and it's going to be hauling stuff around from one warehouse to, you know, other locations, all within this map. It's kind of a well centralized hub of activity. Everything that we need will be here. We won't have to travel to any of the other maps to get supplies. So it's kind of fun, actually. It's like you just keep making loops around the map and going from one to the next. So let's pull into the gas station here, and we'll discover a little fuel trailer that's tucked right around the back. There are, well, let's see, there's another fuel trailer and also another service trailer that we will be using when we start doing work here, but I don't really see a need to discover them at the moment, because as soon as we start working here, they're going to be revealed. So yeah, that's the short but sweet scouting Mountain River job, and we're gonna end it on that one. I guess we'll see you in the next one when we get started doing jobs here. Thanks for watching.